Is Alaska awesome? Well, let's compare it to the other 49 states. Like Texas, Alaska does everything big, only bigger, way bigger. If you cut Alaska in half, Texas would be the third largest state. If you superimpose it on top of a map of the US, it's 1/5 the size and reaches from coast to coast. Speaking of coasts, Alaska's coastline is longer than every other state's coastline combined. It has coastline on 3 different seas, and depending on how you look at it, Alaska has the most northern, western, and eastern locations in the United States. Alaska also has the second largest earthquake in recorded history, a massive 9.2 back in 1964. Another earthquake in 1958, an 8.3, created a mega tsunami 100 feet high, the biggest of all time. Alaska also has some of the windiest and least windy places and more than half of the world's active glaciers. And it's cold, really cold. Fairbanks averages -1 degree in January, and one time at Prospect Creek, the temperature dropped down to a mind-numbing -79.8 degrees. Only 1 degree warmer, or should I say less cold, than the coldest temperature ever recorded in North America. One year back in the winter of 1952 and 1953, Thompson Pass had 974.5 inches of snowfall. You've probably heard of Barrow, the infamous town from the vampire film 30 Days of Night, but what you might not know is that every year Barrow has no sunset for 84 days, an amazing phenomenon called the midnight sun, where the sun circles above the horizon. Juneau is the cloudiest place in the US. Any given day, you only have a 30% chance of seeing the sun. The northern lights can be seen on average a whopping 243 days a year in Fairbanks, which means that you have twice the chance that the northern lights will be visible in Fairbanks than you do that you'll see the sun in Juneau. Perhaps the coolest thing about Alaska is how relatively untouched it is. Only 1/20th of 1% of Alaska has been encroached by civilization. It has the lowest population density in America. If New York City had the same population density as Alaska, only 16 people would be living in Manhattan. But what's even more interesting is that if Alaska had the same population density as Manhattan, there would be over 40 billion people living here, more than 5 times the current population of the entire world. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. Want to learn more about Alaska? Check out the Kickstarter for our new project, Roaming, a documentary nature series about Alaska shot entirely on the iPhone 6 Plus. And come visit sometime. Everything I just said probably makes it sound pretty crazy, but at least there's no snakes.